I play Josie Raddick, who is a physicist and astrophysicist, and she goes into the team. She maybe is sort of the meekest of the bunch, at least you might think that, but her strength is really her brain and her keen sense of observation, and I think for that reason she's sort of essential to the team and to figuring out what the shimmer is. And to get to play a part like that, particularly being a woman of color, I think was really significant. A lot of studying of science. I'm someone that came into appreciation of science sort of late in life, so speaking to scientists like Adam Rutherford, who was there to speak with us on set, or just doing a lot of research on my own, learning about the life cycle of a star, that was a lot of the preparation. The shimmer basically is creating a refraction so that things inside of the environment are sort of mutating into one another, and we're trying to figure out sort of why that's happening, but it takes us a while to sort of pinpoint that that's what is in fact happening inside of the shimmer. It's also affecting us and our physical selves, our emotional selves, and what we think and feel. Well, Alex Garland is the very thing that really appealed to me first about the project, and obviously Natalie was cast and so was Jennifer Jason Leigh, actually, so working with those two incredible actors. But really Alex, when I saw Ex Machina, he blew me away and made me a new sort of science fiction enthusiast. Just what you can ask about the nature of humanity inside of genre is incredible, and this film particularly, I think the script, it jumped off because it's sort of genre bending. It isn't just science fiction. It's a beautiful lyrical drama. It's also a thriller. So that felt exciting to me because it felt so original, especially in a time when there's so many remakes. It's rare to find something that feels so singular. This group of actors are just tremendous. All of them, I just admire their work, and they're all incredibly just kind human beings, gifted professionals, and while I don't want it to be as noteworthy as it is, they happen to all be women. And so to see, 5 women at the center of a narrative, not just the objects of it, but the subjects of the narrative, is really tremendous, and I hope leads to more and more stories like that being told, because it's essential. There's a real market for it, and a real void, truthfully. Yeah, the Beyonce record had just come out, so we listened to Hold Up, that song a lot by Beyonce, and Gina and I in particular would do a lot of like facing each other while doing squats. And also just, it was fun to work in the company of so many women because it meant that we could sit around and talk about the things that girls like to talk about sometimes. And also we talked about things that you wouldn't think maybe that a group of women want to talk about, because we're not a monolith. We don't all want to sit and talk about that time of the month. But it's nice when it is that time to be able to talk about it with people that understand. For me, the beauty of this film, in addition to what I said about it being sort of genre bending and being so original, is the film is more a question than an answer. Everyone that I've spoken to so far says that the film is stuck with them and they can't stop thinking about it, and it's making them question all sorts of things in their life, and I think that's the beauty. For me, when you can leave a cinema and really be left with an impression that is lingering, that's when a film has really, really done something to you, particularly a science fiction film. So I hope that people are left with a question that they find really fascinating. Ooh, well, so many of the mutations that we saw were incredible. Like those lichen forms I thought were so beautiful and colorful. That's the thing, as terrifying and as dangerous as the shimmer is and its effect on nature is, it's also simultaneously stunning to look at. When you see animals blend with nature, when you see plant forms coming out of different organisms that you wouldn't think they would come out of, it's incredible. And I think, at the risk of sounding too poetic about it, it also sort of expresses visually this idea that we're one. Everything that exists in this, on this planet, in this space, and that's something that I think we don't always feel connected to. So I love that. But I guess something that would have been cool maybe is to see. I think when animals and plants become one, that is really cool. And then seeing mutations grow out of physical spaces. Like, I'd love to be in this hotel room and see what the shimmer's effect on it would be. But there wasn't a lot of actual buildings inside of that space. A lot of it was torn down or was just the natural environment. So I would love to see the mix of nature coming into these kind of physical spaces, I think.
Hey, so stay with me as I have a bonus behind-the-scenes movie fact for you. Did you know that for the movie The Social Network, rather than use a split screen, David Fincher shot most of the Winkelweise scenes with the two actors, Armie Hammer and Josh Pence, and digitally grafted the former's face onto the latter in post-production. The two actors went to twin boot camp to match up their body language, while Pence's face got a cameo during a party scene. Wow. What's your favorite David Fincher film? Let me know in the comments below. And remember, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. Bye bye!